What's going on, everyone? So, the Los Angeles Lakers have a very important stretch coming up, in my opinion. Lakers have a couple days off, right? They don't have their next game till the 8th, but they go on a 5-game road trip, and it's really 6 out of their next 7 games are on the road. They have 5 straight games on the road. Then they come back, play Utah at home. Then they go to Utah, which is odd. They play literally Utah essentially back to back. And then they have a couple games to round out at home, right? So you basically have coming up, you have the Atlanta Hawks, the Charlotte Hornets, the Oklahoma City Thunder, the New Orleans Pelicans, the Milwaukee Bucks, Utah, Clippers, Mavs, and Pelicans. And that rounds out the month of November. Lakers have, like I said, 4 out of their next 10 games on the road, or at home, sorry. 6 of those games are going to be on the road, right? So this is an important stretch for the Lakers. They're not going to have LeBron still, right? Because LeBron is not expected to travel with the team. He has been cleared for basketball activities, and he is expected to be reevaluated in a week or two. My guess is bare minimum, he probably misses the road trip, right? In which the Lakers have a back-to-back on, right, so they'll have a back-to-back on the 14th and 15th against the Pelicans and the Bucks. And then they play that Utah game. And then they don't play a game for 5 days. If I had to guess, and this is just a guess, right, could be wrong. I don't think he comes back till either that Jazz game on the 23rd or that 3-game, or technically 4-game if you look getting in December, because they play a game against the Suns, that 4-game homestand. Because LeBron's going to be evaluated in another week to 2 weeks. So talking, let's say 14 days, right? Which would put you basically at the 20th, which would put you after the Utah game. And then they get 5 days off in between. So I don't expect LeBron back till probably November 23rd at the earliest. And that's against Utah, right? And I mean, the original expectation was the Milwaukee Bucks somewhere in that range, the 14th or 15th. So again, you're probably going to have LeBron out for still some significant time. But Lakers have done a good job of winning on the road, which is important, right? Like, you want to win a championship, you need to win on the road, right? Like, how did the Lakers get to the conference finals being a play-in team? They won on the road. How did Miami get to the NBA Finals as a play-in team? They won on the road. As soon as the Lakers couldn't win on the road against Denver, guess what? They got sent home, right? So Lakers need to make sure that they're winning on the road. And I think that this is going to be a good test, right? You have kind of, a light schedule on the road, which is good. Atlanta's not going to have Trae Young, so I think that that's a very winnable game. Charlotte, Lakers should win, although for whatever reason, Lakers love to lose to Charlotte, which is really odd. They do. But Charlotte, I mean, those are 2 straight games that honestly you should win and go on a 7-game win streak. Then you got the Thunder at OKC, which could be the fight for the 1 seed. And the Lakers have had OKC's number. And I mean, had it pretty big. So if you beat the Thunder, you got the Pelicans, which are probably the worst. Well, Nets are probably the worst team in basketball, but Pelicans aren't too far off, although they've won 2 straight games. And then you got the Bucks, right? Like, I wouldn't be shocked if the Lakers get to 9 straight wins and beat the Hawks, the Hornets, the Thunder, and the Pelicans, and then sit everybody against the Bucks because it's a back-to-back. And just say, you know what, let's take the L against the Bucks and then go back home for the game on the 18th. And then we don't have to leave home for 6 days or whatever. So basically you get Reeves and Luka and everybody some rest for, a week or 2, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if that's how the Lakers approach this, right? But however they do, right? Again, I don't want to get too far out of myself, but did anyone think that the Lakers would be 7-2 without LeBron the entire 9 games? And then, oh yeah, by the way, Luka and Austin Reeves missing, half of those games during that same stretch. Right? Like, seriously. So for me to say that, hey, they could beat Atlanta, Charlotte, and the Pelicans, right? And then the only team that is kind of questionable is the Thunder. I don't think is that crazy and far-fetched. Right now, all of a sudden, Lakers could be going into that Bucks game. You're talking about another 4 wins. You're talking, 11-2 going into that Bucks game? Again, just saying, call me crazy. I could see it, which would be huge if the Lakers could do that. Right? Going into that Bucks game, would that be game 14 at that point? Right? Or 13, whatever. Like, if you did that, mission accomplished. Because then at that point, now you're basically stretching into LeBron returning. Probably going to have a little bit of a learning curve with that. Right? Like, is LeBron just going to jump right in and immediately be LeBron? Probably not. He's probably going to need a little while to, this is just optimistic that LeBron comes back around the 23rd or the 25th, right? Because one, LeBron's obviously already likely out on all NBA and all that stuff, unless he just doesn't miss a game the rest of the season, which I just think the Lakers are I don't think that should be the priority, right? Trying to win an NBA championship here. So you want LeBron and the team to be the best versions of themselves. But I digress, right? To me, I think LeBron was just cleared for basketball activities and expected to be reevaluated in a week or 2. The goal is for him to ramp up to 5-on-5s, right? You're talking about, let's say in a week he can start doing 5-on-5s. Do you really want to kind of just rush him back in? Do you bring him off the bench? Not forever, but I'm saying if the he comes back and the Lakers are 11-2, do you really start LeBron immediately and kind of mess that up? Or do you kind of let LeBron get into a rhythm? Because like I said, anything LeBron does is the first, right? Because no one's ever gotten this far, right? So, it's just kind of thoughts. Again, I'm not saying you bring LeBron off the bench forever. I'm not saying LeBron's going to be your 6th man forever. I'm talking about if Lakers, again, this is a very important stretch, but a very winnable stretch. Again, Lakers are 7-2. I think they can beat Atlanta. I think they can beat Charlotte. I think they can beat the Thunder because they've done it. They would have beaten the Thunder twice back to back, but they ended up ejecting Luka because they were we can't have our young champion getting swept by the Lakers. And then the Pelicans, right? The only game that's the only 2 games out of the next 5 that are, challenging, or challenge is probably not the right word, but you get what I'm saying, right? That the Lakers could lose and it would be justified, right? Is the Thunder and the Bucks, right? Then you go Utah, right? And then you got that Clippers, Mavs, and Pelicans stretch. Again, Lakers could get out of November and let's say they lose to the Thunder. Say they lose to the Thunder, the Bucks, and the Clippers, right? Even though I'd love to smack the Clippers. But let's just say, for argument's sake, they lose those 3 games. That means you have 3 losses. So you have 5 losses total. You beat the Hawks, the Hornets, the Pelicans, the Jazz, the Mavericks, and the Pelicans. So it's another 17 wins. You're 14-5 at that point. And then your next game is against Phoenix at home, which I think you can win. Even to start December. You got Phoenix, Raptors, Celtics. Again, Lakers could be way ahead the 8 ball, but I am starting to get a little too ahead of myself here, right? It's just kind of what could be, right? It's great to kind of explore and look ahead and do all that stuff, but the Lakers need to be prepared and geared up for this road trip, because this road trip, like I said, is going to be very important to this Lakers team. You have all this momentum. You're building just excellent chemistry and all these other things along the way. It is so important that you keep building upon that. Each game you get a little better, a little better, a little better, a little better, a little better. And then by the time you get to like, that Bucks game or that Thunder game or whatever, you're a completely different team, right? Like, and then by the time you get mid-December, you're a completely different team. And then mid-January, completely different team, right? Like you just keep taking those steps and those strides, right? This little 5-game road trip, I think is going to be very important. You got to bare minimum come out of it 3-2. I want at least 4-1. Right? At least 4-1. Right? Like, let's say you lose to Milwaukee because you got a back-to-back, right? And you win the first 4. I would love that. Or say you lose to the Thunder, then you got to beat Milwaukee, right? Like, I want 4-1. Obviously, I want 5-0 or whatever, but realistically speaking, and just to be fair to the team, right? Like, you're gonna lose some games. If they go 4-1 during this road trip, I think that'd be huge. You go 3-2, all right, like you're still ahead. You're 8-4 at that point. Still good, still in good shape. Especially if it be the Thunder game is going to be important because that could be tiebreakers. That could be, you having the 1 seed, all of those things. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.